Okay, this is what we're going to be making today. I don't want to say too much because I want to make it and eat it as quickly as possible. That's some champagne, leg ham in there with some Feta style cheese, by the way. This here is Beef Schnitzel, and that's breadcrumbs, and it's all done in the air fryer. Right, today we're going to take this beef schnitzel and we're going to stuff it with ham and feta style cheese. Then we're going to get some toothpicks and we're going to bind it up, and then we're going to dip it in flour, eggs, and then breadcrumbs. And then, depending on how I feel, I might do it in the air fryer or I might do it in the frying pan. I think the air fryer is going to be better for this. And then I can serve this with mashed potatoes and some peas. That's the plan. Let's see how we get on, shall we? Okay, so let's get on with this. I'm just going to pull this ham apart so that I can get it as central as possible. This is a fiddly recipe, but it comes together quite quickly in the end, and boy is it a joy to eat. So well worth the, well, it's actually not that intricate at all when you think about it. There we are, there's the ham in there. I think I will get a teaspoon. Now this is what they call cow's cheese, but it's as similar to, as you can probably get, to feta. But it's got a lot more bite than feta. So it's very good for meals like this, where you really want to impart a dominant flavour. Right, give my hands a rinse. And then we're going to fold this over like that. Get some toothpicks, and depending on how clever you are, you can sew up your steak with toothpicks like this. So it's just in and out, in and out, in and out. And the less, toothpicks you've got in there, the less surprising it's going to be for your guests. Here we are. This is going to be nice and simple, this one. And there, then along this side, and then all we have to do is breadcrumb this. We'll do that last because I want to do it immediately before I put it in the air fryer. There you go, there's one. I'll do the last one and then we'll start dipping it and cooking it. Right, here we have it. There's our schnitzel all stuffed and toothpicked, and in here we've just got some plain flour. I've whisked up 2 eggs and I've got my breadcrumbs here. Now we're going to bread them. Right, yeah, let's get going. Forgive me putting my hand on our elbow or whatever in front of the camera. There's been a lot of that, unfortunately, but hopefully I can keep enough of me out of the way that you can see what sort of technique I'm using. Where you can't get the flour, just have a little cup on standby like I've got here, and just pour it in and then shake it out. Then into the egg, and over, and then straight into the breadcrumbs. And again, you can pour the breadcrumbs over the top. Now at this stage, you can add some seasoning. Or you might be confident enough in the gravy that you're putting with it. Or if you've not got gravy, the seasoning is a good idea. Any form of light seasoning. I'm not sure what I'm going to do. I'm probably going to season it. Makes it a lot easier. Here we are, we're just gonna, this is my favourite seasoning. I use it primarily for seasoning vegetables, but it's a great all-rounder. Okay, now what we can do is flip this over. There we are. And that's our first one done. And we'll get on with the second one. And I'll come back when we're going to set it up in the air fryer. Right, here we have our 2 pieces of schnitzel all stuffed and ready to go. And of course, underneath is our basket for our air fryer, lined with baking paper or parchment paper, whatever you like to call it. Place your, place your chicken in there, because everything I've seen prior to this, I think, has been chicken that's been crumbed. So I'm now going to just squirt this with oil on the top, a light spray. I don't know what I'd do without this air fryer. It's just fantastic for things like this. When you don't really want to, you know, put them in a frying pan. I'm going to put them in here on 180 degrees for 10 minutes. So there we are, 180 and 10 minutes. Start. That easy. There we are. That's 10 minutes, 180. I'm going to turn those over and give them another 10 minutes on the other side. There you go, there's the other side. You can see there. I'm going to get my oil, give it another little spray. And I'm going to put my oven on just to warm at 80 degrees to put these in while I'm making my vegetables. And there we are, another 10 minutes. And there they are. Don't they look magnificent? Can't wait to get tucked into these. My potatoes are just beginning to boil, so we shouldn't be too far away. Right, we're going to have a look inside one of these. That's a toothpick there, so I can slide that out, and we'll just, ow, I need something to hold that with, I think. And there you have it. Look at that. Beautiful. Let's get the camera down for a better look. Right, there it is. I think I have to give it a taste now. Wow. Beautiful. Oh my God. Well, that is absolutely delicious. So look, I really urge you to try this. As you see, it's not that difficult to put together, and serve with some mashed potatoes, peas and a bit of gravy. Perfect dinner. Okay, thank you for watching. I really appreciate it, and I'll catch you on my next recipe.